It's time for another International Summer Duels tournament, but this time it's very different because we have 16 rank 1 players facing off with $600 on the line. Unlike our last international tournament that was in a team format, every single player is on their own in order to get their hands on that massive prize pool. Now that's not the only thing that is different. The first stage of the tournament will be a preliminary Swiss group stage. Each player will face off against 3 opponents, and the 8 players with the best record will move on to the quarterfinals. The 2 players with the very best record even get to choose their first opponent. But of course, this couldn't be a tournament without some additional rules. Each player gets to ban 3 heroes of their choice, and neither player can use a banned hero, meaning any hero a player bans is completely out of the tournament for them. Each player also has the option to use one of their bans to ban any new heroes that are released during the tournament and any new skills they introduce. This tournament began a few weeks ago, which means that this would include Summer Banner 2 with Ivy, the new Engage banner, and the new T banner as well. Each player's bans will be displayed above their team, and each match consists of a best of 3, and the player may change their team between games if they wish. Meaning adapting to your opponent's strategy will be the key to victory. The entire tournament will be played on the Desert Trees map with the Rallying Cry, Headlong Rush, and Dauntless Captain skills. This map is extremely flyer favored as the tree and water tiles can act as major hindrances for cavalry and infantry mobility. Meaning that Guidance 4 and Soaring Guidance are extremely powerful as they can allow the team to warp around the map and threaten large portions of the capture zone. And while all 3 captain skills are usable, Headlong Rush is by far the most versatile and threatening, as it can allow the captain to zoom past the trees and also threaten the enemy team more easily. It's going to be interesting to see how our players adapt to this map and what kind of counters they'll bring to the table. Speaking of players, there are 24 matches in the preliminaries, but in this video I'll be showing off 2 of my favorite best of 3s, as I unfortunately don't have time to make videos for every single match. With that being said, let's jump into our first best of 3, Rayuna versus Antjams. Now the real reason I had to show this match off is because it's time to face off legendary Myrrh versus Gatekeeper to see who truly is the best anti-warp unit in the meta. On Rayuna's side, we have legendary Myrrh running a Scowl build, alongside Rayuna's signature hero, Valencia Catria, a powerful warping melee specialist who offers amazing mobility support thanks to her Guidance 4. We also have magical no follow-up Arvel, Canto Control Mark, and our Vantage check in the form of Special Spiral 4 duo Chrom. Notably, Rayuna is deciding not to run a save unit, which is very unusual. On the other side of the map, we have Antjams trusting in the power of Gatekeeper with his Canto Control build. This team is led by Ascended Celica, who is running a magical no follow-up build alongside the menace of the meta, Bridal Catria, running Guidance 4 as well, and notably Odd Tempest. We also have our Far Saver in the form of Halloween Duma, and our Warping Threat in the form of Harmonic Sonia with Pass, meaning she can warp and overcome legendary Myrrh's annoying effect. The key to this matchup will come down to how effectively both players can use their anti-warp heroes and also their ability to trade effectively. Rayuna gets the first move and begins to set up to get Myrrh into position. Antjams follows suit, getting their save and Catria into position to make use of Guidance 4 for their opening. Rayuna has Chrom, Repo Arvel charging their special AoE, and Antjams uses Harmonic Sonia's skill to charge up almost the entire team's special. As you can see, Miracle is now active on Duma. Both teams position, but notably Rayuna puts their captain in Arvel in range to threaten Viral Catria, who is invulnerable on this water tile. Turn 2 begins and Charge is active on both Arvel and Celica. Arvel goes in and AoEs the team. Catria is down.
Was this my fate?
Celica is at 1 HP and Duma is 2. Duma's Miracle is effectively turned off now. Antjams decides to respond with Duma's Duo skill, healing up the team instead of trading. And Rayuna safely evacuates Arvel. This is a massive shift for the map, as Antjams is now in a bad position to trade. Antjams shifts their team down into the capture block, and Rayuna does the same. Myrrh and Gatekeeper are now stopping both teams from warping via Headlong Rush, and Rayuna also pops Chrom's Duo skill to ensure they can go second. Rayuna predicts danger though and moves Catria out of the way, and Antjams goes for the aggressive positioning, putting Gatekeeper in the front line. Mark is forced to retreat as well, but also this allows Mark to turn off Sonia's AoE with his Duo skill. Sonia warps in, but she can't secure the kill without her AoE.
Playtime's over.
And Myrrh gets the revenge kill. And that's going to be game 1 for Rayuna. For match 2, Rayuna brings out a completely new team with legendary Chrom leading as the captain. Duo Asker is running an interesting Miracle build, Hinoka and Duo Dagger are with the Speed Preempt builds, and a different Catria is showing her face, but notably with no Guidance 4. Instead, this time bringing some no follow-up support for the infantry. On Antjams' side, they keep the same team, but they do switch up Celica's build, going for pass and no follow-up in the seal slot. Celica can get past any warping denial. This time, Antjams gets to go first. They immediately go for the repo and put Catria into position so the team can warp with Guidance 4. Gatekeeper moves into the front line to shut down any warping from the enemy team, such as Hinoka's charge. Both players charge up their specials with their duo skills, and then get into position in the capture block. Antjams goes for a swap with Duma, allowing Celica to threaten the enemy team with charge. Rayuna pops the Duo Dagger Congo line, giving the team Pathfinder, and then Antjams uses Catria's duo skill to stall, which forces Rayuna to make the first move. Rayuna moves Asker, but Celica jumps in and immediately destroys him. Antjams interestingly decides to move her forward with Kanto. It does make her an easy target for Catria though. Antjams goes for the repo on Duma and positions Catria so Gatekeeper can go on the offensive. Rayuna brings Dagger into the party.
Lose and I'll hex you.
But Sonya smashes the enemy team, destroying Catria and reducing their HPs to 1. Chrom goes to get some revenge and completely decimates Duma even through the miracle. Wow. Gatekeeper jumps into the fight, but Hinoka gets to actually the first hit due to Speed Preempt. Gatekeeper does survive and gets the kill. Then Dagger takes the easy shot on Sonya, taking her out. Each player has 2 units left, and Antjams gets to go first.
You're not alone. By your side.
Catria goes in and kills Chrom immediately. And now Dagger returns the favor and kills Catria. Now all Gatekeeper has to do is finish off Dagger. But Speed Preempt doesn't let him deal the 1 damage he needs. He has to retreat. And game 2 ends in a draw. Wow, what an insane match. Let's go into game 3. Can Rayuna finish it off here, or will Antjams take it to another match? Both players come in with the same team, but Asker is now running Sudden Panic, and Celica has brought Mystic Boost, hoping to take advantage of that built-in miracle. Both players go for a safe opening on turn 1, and take turns charging their specials with their duo skills. Rayuna starts turn 2 off by popping the Duo Dagger Congo line and preparing to go on the offensive. Antjams pops Duo Duma's skill to stall, but also to give the team the Dole effect. Then he moves Duma into position to allow Sonya to threaten Catria. But Chrom goes in and destroys Duma without the quad. Miracle can't save him. Sonya goes for the revenge kill, destroying Chrom and smashing Catria. Asker is out for blood now. Both teams position back and forth. Antjams is down a hero, but he does have Celica in a great position with Headlong Rush. Asker swaps with Dagger, allowing Hinoka to have the range she needs, thanks to Pathfinder. Celica goes in and takes the first shot due to Speed Preempt, popping her miracle.
Alm is with me.
But she does get the kill on Dagger. Now Hinoka goes for the kill, but thanks to Mystic Boost, Celica has her Miracle up and takes the hit again. Celica immediately retreats and Rayuna charges up their special again.
Easy now.
Unfortunately, that swap on Asker allows Rayuna to line up Hinoka to go back in, and Catria is down.
Was this my fate?
Antjams gets to go first, but is unable to get that kill with Celica or Gatekeeper. Rayuna takes down Celica. And Gatekeeper goes down to Asker. Rayuna takes the best of 3 over Antjams. Rayuna really showed the power of not using a save and instead relying on mobility and most importantly, speed preempt to protect their nukes. Now let's move on to our second best of 3, Busa versus Jire. On the blue side, we have Busa repping the Guts profile pick and bringing along a powerful team led by duo Chrom. Chrom is rocking the Special Spiral 4 build alongside Ignis and the Hardy Bearing Seal. We also have a Special Spiral 4 duo Ymir, the typical Bridal Catria build, one of, if not the most powerful far save in the game, Bridal Tiki, and lastly, Guidance for Sonya to offer the insane warping and mobility support. On the red side, we have a returning player from our last tournament, and one of my personal favorites, Jire. Jire's team is being led by legendary Chrom, so we have a bit of a deathmatch to see who the best Chrom actually is. We also have a Special Spiral for Jire, Guidance Catria, the evil menace of the meta, Fallen Maria, and lastly, Valentine's Lucina as their far save. Busa is going to start with the first turn and pop Sonya's dual skill immediately, charging up those specials. Both players then go into a typical opening using Catria to give the team mobility and spread their threat range into the center of the map. Jire grabs control of the center and then immediately goes in with Jire. Can Jire get through Tiki's Miracle? Jire just barely survives the counterattack. It takes Tiki out. But now Chrom's warping in for revenge. But Maria saves Lucina. We go into turn 2. Jire has the unit advantage, but both teams are ready to kill. Jire immediately takes out Catria, removing 1 layer of warping and getting those bonus captain points. Busa answers with a massive AoE, killing Lucina and crippling Catria. Jire answers with Maria taking out the Captain Chrom. But Ymir fires back.
Do not defy him. A dazzling light. It wasn't a dream.
Catria finishes off Sonya, and now Yuri's coming in, and finishes off the trading war by taking out Ymir. Jire takes match 1. We're heading straight into game 2, and Busa has made some changes to their team. They have swapped Ymir out for Maria of their own, and Tiki now has Deflect Missile, most likely to shut down Jire. But Jire has done a complete strategy swap. Jire brings out Altina and the Beast Squad. Well, technically, Duo Asker isn't the Beast unit, but he is in our hearts, right? Altina is going to run a different type of build though. Instead of going for the raid boss setup, Jire has made Altina into a powerful frontline unit with Guard Bearing 4 and brings some amazing support with Guidance 4. We then have a Special Spiral 4 Duo Asker and the king of the jungle himself, Mufasa. And last but not least, legendary Eliwood to give the entire team bonus doubler. This time Jire gets to go first. Both players go for a standard opening. Jire immediately gets Altina into position, providing warp support, and then Busa goes for the harmonic skill on Sonya.
Boing. That's the spirit.
Jire goes for the repo on Altina and creates a trap for Busa, but will Busa notice in time? Jire goes for the duo skill, prepping everyone special, and Busa positions their team into the capture block. Altina is now in the position to kill, but will Jire take the shot? Oh, he goes in, but with his save unit instead of Altina, smashing Catria with Canicus, and Kanto's back into position. But Busa answers back with dual Chrom.
Let's talk about our feelings.
Jire is now down their save unit, while Busa still has Tiki.
Further. A new year closes in.
But not for long. Asker deletes Tiki from the map. Oh my god. It seems Sonya can't get the kill on Asker though, thanks to his insane AoE damage reduction. So she seems to have to retreat. But Altina goes in for the kill. We head into turn 3. Busa gets the kill with Myrrh.
Do not ruin this.
But Asker kills Busa's Myrrh in turn. And then Altina finishes the game and Jire takes the best of 3. And with that, my coverage of the preliminary match ends. But don't worry, there is so much more of this tournament left. Let's head over to the results and see who made it to the top 8. In our first match for the quarterfinals, we have Rayuna versus Amethyst. In our second match, we have 2 former teammates facing off against each other in Fieri versus Jire. In our third match, we have Chabao, one of our new Eastern players, facing off against the Pala God themselves, Ilya. And in our final match, we have the Pasta Legend Dark versus Ninja Bunny. Of course, I'll be covering more of this tournament on my channel. I'd also love to give a massive shout out to Maskilraid and Leo for putting this tournament together. This was a massive undertaking on their part, and I'm glad I was able to be a part of it. Make sure to show them some love over on Twitch and on Discord. As always, I'd love to thank my members, and if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. This has been Oblivion, and I'll catch you later with more SD content.